Good morning, welcome everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you a prediction reading for the 7th of April. Now yes, you can see the little ears. I am here with my little Charlie girl. She's blind and very old, she's about 18, and she does get a little bit confused where I am sometimes around the house, so I've brought her in here so hopefully she settles down and has a little nana nap near me, guys, so hopefully she won't be too distracting today. Welcome anybody new to my channel. Guys, look, first off, I just want to mention to you guys before we get started, a little bit of admin, not a lot, but Larissa, you were telling me that you haven't been able to see my videos for a few days, and I think this is becoming a common thing with YouTube, not just with my channel. My channel's always had issues, of course, because we talk about a lot of current subjects here. But you were saying that you had been unsubscribed, and this is very common. So you guys might need to go in and out, unsubscribe, then resubscribe, just to make sure that you actually are subscribed still to my channel, because this is a common thing. I've heard it from other channels that this goes on. They take your subscribers away because my numbers go up and down all the time. I see it. The minute your videos start taking off, YouTube controls it again. I find that because I can go back and I go into my YouTube studio, I check out my algorithms and like what's happening, and it'll just drop all of a sudden, and I know that something's gone on. So enough of that, but please go check out if you're subscribed, and also guys, maybe hit the bell notification so you know my videos pop up so you do get notified. So welcome anybody new as well. We've got a community here. Pretty much we've built this little community of like-minded people. We see through a lot of the garbage and BS and lies because we are pretty much sensitive souls, intuitives, empaths, so many things that we kind of can sense, feel. We talk about vibration a lot here on my channel. We just seem to have this knowing. It's quite bizarre. So welcome anybody new to our channel. I'll call it our channel because we really do work as a community here. I love getting your comments. You guys tell me what's going on in your countries. I try and let you know what's happening in Australia. Not that we ever get not that we ever get the truth, rather, on mainstream media. I think we're all pretty much aware of that. You've got to kind of watch like Sky News, Rebel News, the alternate news, just to get a touch of anything. Now, I have got a little bit of admin. Hey, don't forget like buttons. And like I said, please comment, guys. I only got a little bit of admin today. Cheers, everyone. I have got my coffee. I had to make it on macadamia milk this morning because I've run out of full cream milk. It's not quite the same. I use the macadamia when I make smoothies and mix it in together. Anyway, at least I've got one. My hubby is getting a takeaway one, so he'll be back with that soon, which is nice on the weekends. Nice takeaway cappuccino. Okay, little bit of admin, guys. So I've got coffee and my cat. Is that all you need in the world? I think it is. Oh, she's a ding-dong, isn't she? I do love this girl. I know you guys love animals out there. A lot of you are real pet lovers. It's great. Okay, let's get into the admin. First off, I've got a new viewer. I think, Craig, you might have been with me for a ride. Craig and Andress. I think you live in Canada. I've got quite a few viewers in Canada. Hi, everyone in Canada, you poor things out there. I just want to thank you for your kind words of encouragement. Like you were saying, you know, we might not be able to stop some of these things that are coming out, but at least we can sort of all help each other to navigate it, because it's not been easy. Although we've navigated 4 years of this garbage, so we're still kind of living in a different sort of vibrational frequency, aren't we, of more freedom and choosing our own path. So I guess we can kind of navigate these things, Craig. So thank you for your kind words. Okay, getting back to the Royal Kardashians. It keeps coming up in my mind how nothing adds up. And Ronnie, it was you telling me, and I'd forgotten about it, actually. I did see it. That Chucky and Camilla are opening Balmoral Castle and a few other venues, I think it is, for 150 quid. Yep, you can go and have your tour of Balmoral Castle. And not only that, you get a cup of tea at the end of it, by the sound of it. Won't that be riveting, guys? And the tragic thing is, we knew straight away when we heard it, didn't we, guys, how many people would be lining up for it. Can you imagine the amount of people lining up for that? Oh, my God, people will love it. Oh, my God. So, where's all the money going? I guess that's the big number one question that we've all had, guys. Is Chucky just making a few more dollars? Honestly, as if they need any more money. Like, oh, that'd be to pay the staff and everything, wouldn't it? And to cover the scones and jam and cream and cucumber sandwiches or whatever. As if. Where is all that money going? Because we know there are going to be thousands upon thousands of people lining up for this. Oh, I'd love to know where the money goes. We know, oh yes, Chucky gets all the, if there's no one to claim an inheritance, he gets all the money from that as well. So they've got a pretty consistent bank account, really, the Royal Kardashians. So, we do have to wonder. There is some strange crap going on with the Royals, guys. I think we all know it here. This whole Chucky, Kate, cancer, Fergie's got it, everyone's got it. Kate's disappeared off the face of the earth. William's now nowhere to be seen. Harry and Meghan are sort of back in the spotlight on their on their privacy tour. Oh yeah, they're still being very private, just staying in the limelight as usual. And Chucky's apparently going to visit Australia when you're getting treated for cancer. Like, none of this makes sense. Jet lag, etc., when you're having chemo and crap? I don't think so. Sorry, numbers aren't adding up for the Royal Kardashians at the moment. Just my opinion, but I'm sure you guys probably feel the same way. Remember, my videos are for entertainment purposes, guys, so take from what you choose. And Winter Moon, you gave me a good song yesterday. Is it from? I don't know what movie it's from. Joe Cocker and Jennifer Warner. Love lift us up where we belong. I think we should all go listen to the words of that song today, because I reckon there's going to be some meaning in that song, Winter Moon. So appreciate that. Is it from Officer and a Gentleman? I think it is, isn't it? Oh, wasn't that a great movie with Richard Gere? Oh. Anyway, I'm thinking it's from that movie. I'm going to go listen to that today, because it makes sense. Love lift us up where we belong, like an eagle flies on a mountain high. It's something like that. The words have got like eagles and mountains. I think that's going to be a very appropriate song for us, Winter Moon. So go listen to that song today, guys. He's got such a scratchy voice, Joe Cocker, hasn't he? It's so scratchy. And Taffy, thanks for sharing. You've been seeing some posters for the movie Civil War. I was telling you guys about the movie Civil War, about the infighting within America. Yes, it sounds like, yes, fiction becoming reality. So the posters are out, guys, so I'm guessing that movie's on its way. So everybody, go check out Civil War. We can all have a bit of a laugh here on this channel at the seeds that they're going to be planting. Is it going to be the Americans against the immigrants? I wonder what it's about. Oh, I can't wait to find out, guys. Oh, and one more thing, very exciting. We know there's protests going on globally. Of course, none of us are hearing about it because nothing on mainstream media. 0 here, 0 in Oz. Getting absolutely nothing, wouldn't even know it's happening. Amber, you were saying that Canada's kicked off protests. Fingers, guys. Fingers. We need people standing up and fighting back against this BS garbage and lies that's currently happening. So fingers. We knew Ontario was and Quebec. So fingers for more movement, guys. Oh, okay. Especially in China, which is what we call Canada here. As it morphs into China, we need people really standing up over there big time to maybe wake the rest of the world up. But I am getting that. We need China to really get this happening for their own sake. Like I said, what have people got to lose? They've hit rock bottom, guys. They've got nothing to lose, have they? I mean, what's your future? Communism. It's pretty much where it's headed, as we know. All right, guys, let's Charlie settle down and gone to sleep. So let's close our eyes, get started and see what comes up. Oh, I'm getting this visual of us just drifting in a little, like, dinghy rowboat. We're just drifting now. Like, we don't even care. This is what I'm getting. We don't even care where the tide is taking us or where the current is taking us, rather. The current, we're just happy even if we spin in circles or we go back upstream or we go downstream or we end on the edge of the river. We don't care. We're just, it's like we're just, it's almost showing us just like sitting back in this little boat dinghy as awake people, and we're just letting the flow take us wherever we're needing to go. We're finally, instead of resisting and things now, guys, we're finally trusting, flowing, allowing things to come to us. We're just drifting. And when you think of the word drifting, which is kind of interesting, you kind of get that visual of being lost at sea. Like if you think of someone drifting out at sea, it's like they're lost, but we're not lost anymore because we've found ourselves. We've found ourselves again. It's emerging from the caterpillar into the butterfly. We've found who we really are. So our drifting is kind of like a feeling of freedom. We can relax. It's that dropping the oars of the boat. Esther Hicks talks about it all the time on, if you haven't seen it, Abraham Hicks, she channels Abraham. Go check it out. It's on YouTube. And she just talks about this dropping the oars and going with the flow. Well, that's what we're doing now. We don't get too stressed about too much. Yes, we see things coming, we feel, we sense, we do get the ripple effect and we do get affected. It's like if you're in a boat and there's rippling or wind on the water, you do get affected and the boat does, jolt about a little bit and move up and down. But we don't get overwhelmed by it anymore. Like, it's like the other day when that woman was saying to me in that shop the other day about the terrible virus, was it Nova virus or something in Japan? And I was just like, I had to stop myself from going, oh, come on. I had to stop myself. I had to just go with the flow and accept that that was her reality and that she's still stuck in the psychosis or whatever. Like, so that's an example. There's so many examples of just going with the flow. And to be honest, being detached, which we've been talking about here for probably 2 or 3 weeks, is one of the biggest ways of flowing. Not getting involved in things, not creating drama, just doing our own thing. But all the while just going along with it. Like, not literally going along with everything, but just keeping the resistance out of our bodies is what the guides are saying. Keeping the resistance out of our bodies. Because as we know, when you live in the energies of fear, anxiety, depression, etc., the list goes on, it contracts your body and it causes a lot of tightness in your body. And that's when you start to get all the aches and pains and things back again, which most of us have experienced. Oh, just while I think of it, sending you huge hugs, Kat. You're going through a little bit of a challenging time at the moment, and we just want you to know. And you got some beautiful comments on my channel yesterday too. All our thoughts are with you. And always just keep walking parallel. Stay really strong, Kat. Very challenging times, certainly for you. So, yeah, I just really wanted to just let you know that we're thinking about you, and please look after yourself. It's really important as well. So I just had to mention that. Sorry, guys. So take care, Kat. Okay, getting back to, so we're flowing along and we're just drifting. And isn't that a nice feeling? Because we're even okay with change and everything now. We all drift. We don't even care where the tide and the current kind of takes us. We see things differently now. We're not drifting along thinking, oh my God, I'm so scared. Is a shark going to eat me? And am I going to end up on an island all deserted and never eat again? And that's not the perspective we look at things from. We look at things from a higher perspective, and we kind of go, oh wow, this is a great new adventure. I wonder where we're going to land today, or I wonder what we're going to experience today. I wonder what wonderful things I'm going to see today, what clouds are going to fly by, and what birds I'm going to see, and if I'm going to see dolphins jumping in the water. This is kind of, not that we're literally in a boat, but this kind of thing. We see a different perspective now of everything. That's what happens when you wake up. Your perception of the world changes. All right. I'm still getting London, England is crying out for support. I really do believe you're going to have protest marches in London, England. I just keep seeing it in the UK. I'm just saying there because that'll be the central hub location. But the whole of the UK, there's got to be, there's stuff going on in Ireland, stuff going on in Scotland. Because people are exhausted. They can't keep living, well, They literally can't keep living. They can't afford to live. People can't keep living. Like they've got nothing to live for. It's like we keep saying, people can't get the takeaway coffees. They can't go to a coffee shop. They can't go to dinner. The movie cinemas are shutting down like the one in my town that just shut down. This stuff is happening, guys. Small businesses are going under. Then where are people going to work because there's no jobs? We know it's all going down AI Street this year. It's all heading down to AI. It's insane. So people are hitting rock bottom this year. They've got no other alternatives but to try and, well, do something. So I'm still getting that for London, England. And I tell you there, Sushi is not winning people over with his immigration garbage. Oh, we're stopping it, but we know they're not. What's Boris Johnson doing, popping himself back into everything? He can't help it. Boris Johnson, big Boris, Partygate scandal guy, he's back. He keeps popping up, doesn't he, guys? Oh, my God. Never ends over there. And like I say, you got the rotating door of prime ministers in bloody UK. All right, let's keep going. People are tired, guys. It's not just us that are tired from watching all this clown show 2.0. People are exhausted. And I always say to you guys, we know a lot are still stuck in the mass psychosis for the jab wheel. We know that's probably going to go on and on forever. But they're not for everything else. They're not for everything else. They have to be waking up. They've got to be waking up. How can you just let all this garbage just keep on rolling out? Hey, guys, remember I was telling you about that asbestos scare in Australia where we had the schools closed down and all the buildings closed down and all blah, 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 and companies getting closed down because they were contaminated. Well, there's more. It's still going on in Melbourne. Yes, Melbourne, the most locked down city in the world, in Victoria. Yes, it's still going on. There's still a lot going on around this asbestos. They're finding more and more sites. So there's more parks blocked off, more kids' playgrounds blocked off. Oh, my God, guys. What in the hell? How in this modern day and age is asbestos getting into landfill that's being used on sites? But they can fly to the moon and do all these other things, but they can't sort out the asbestos from the dirt and everything. Like, nothing, sorry guys, nothing makes sense in this clown show, does it? Oh, I can't wait for Australia to go to the moon. I told her there was talks of space rockets here in Oz. I'm just waiting. I'm sure it'll be on the news soon. All right, let's keep going, guys. Oh, I am getting France again. We did talk about France, how Macron's really kind of stepped down. Not stepped down, we wish he would. Step down on the people now and squash any protesting. But I am getting that people aren't happy over there. He must have spent a mozza on this Olympic Games, which they would. He's wasted a lot of money. And I think the people in France are very scared of the way he's starting to control them. Obviously, he's bringing in measures. Now, this would be the perfect setup, wouldn't it? And I think this is what people are waking up to in France. He's implementing things to try and control the people. And he's got the perfect excuse because it's about the Olympics. See, oh no, we have to have these safety measures in place. We have to have these border checks in place. But all the while, he could be setting up a lot of the tracking, tracing. People be none the wiser. It's pretty smart, actually. So I'm thinking he's getting a little bit of a pushback around some of these camera installations, obviously the Eulers, etc. Sorry, just getting my girl up. She was getting a little bit confused. She gets quite confused which room she's in. I can't really take her off the ground too much because she gets muddled up with where she is. So I think that's why he's getting a little bit of a pushback because he's seeing this as an opportunity to get a few little cameras set up and things, which sounds a bit familiar, doesn't it, guys? Oh, it's a perfect opportunity if you think about it, isn't it? Bit of scanning here and there. Scan your QR codes to get into this restaurant maybe and that restaurant. Oh, you never know. There's could be what he's up to. And we know Macron's such a dictating tyrant. Something he would do, use the Olympics as his tool to implement a lot of his little red carpet. Wouldn't even be hard because people wouldn't bat an eyelid unless they're awake, guys, which there are a lot of people awake in France. Look at the protests they had recently. Not that we ever see it on mainstream media, as per usual. All right, let's keep going. I'm just getting that we have to have hope. I know, guys, look, I understand. And you know, last night I was sitting in bed and I was just thinking about it. I thought, God, without hope, there's nothing. Is there? Without hope, there's just nothing. Like, you have to have hope that we're going to get through this. And I think what gets us through is that we've been doing this for 4 years. And we know people are waking up. There is a lot of people waking up. There is. And I guess that's the thing that I always ask, and I have said it to you guys before. My question always is the reset here to wake people up, or is the reset here to actually be implemented? Like, is it real? Because we always talk about it being on a different frequency vibration. It's like we know it's there, we see it, we can feel it on the horizon, but is it really here? Like, we know they're trying to implement things. They do get protests and things about it, but is that so people wake up? This is the part I get very confused about, guys. And I know that's very confusing. But you sort of do start to think, well, what's real? What's an illusion? We talk a lot here about holograms. We know a lot of things could be holograms, such as the Miami Mall incident with the glitching. Does sound a little bit hologramish, doesn't it? So I guess that's the big thing. We just don't know what's real and what isn't. And I guess as conspiracy, flat earth, tinfoil hat wearing BS detectors who question everything, so much of this crap feels like garbage. Doesn't it, guys? It just feels like garbage and lies. That whole Kate thing with the Royal Kardashians, like, what the hell? Why not just be honest up front? No one would even care. Like, really? Oh, my goodness. We know all your dirty laundry anyway. Harry's told everybody, hasn't he? So it's not... He'll probably put another book out with all the info in it. Oh, well, let's get part 2. What's that book? What's his book? Oh, it's got some crazy name. What's that book he wrote? Spare. Oh, we'll look for Spare 2.0, guys. Oh, we'll be up to date with the Royal Kardashians, is the real truth. Oh, my God. All right. Let's see if there's a couple more things and then we'll pull some cards. I'm still getting the eliminating meat from the diet. We know it's a huge thing. We talk about Billy Goat buying and his mates buying all the land up, pushing their lab-based fake food. That's still high on the agenda. I still keep getting that this year. That'll be pushed in England a lot. England, London, UK, you're going to get you. Oh, actually, there was a video too. Just reminds me. I was telling you guys the other day about how Melbourne's now got those tags on the steaks and things in, well, yes, it's always Melbourne. Sorry. And they got the steaks on the expensive. There's not steaks. The alarms on the steaks. So you've got to get it clicked off as you go through the checkout. Like, complete insanity. Well, Carl Verner's got a video on Clown Planet. I think it's either, I'd say it's in the UK. It would have to be. Just reminded me then when I said that. And they're in plastic containers. You know how you get your women's face cream and that in the plastic containers and they have to click it off at the checkout and then, because otherwise it beeps. Well, now this is happening with the meats getting put in plastic boxes that they have to click out. So this is happening worldwide now. All the red meat is becoming very, very scarce and very, very expensive. Well, no one can buy it now. Like I keep saying, everyone's buying mince sausages, all the cheaper versions of forms of meat. Aren't we? Most of us are. Oh, it's complete madness. It's just, you can just see how their plan, everything just seems to play out perfectly for these global elites, doesn't it? Like if we do this, and we can attack the farmers, and then there'll be less meat, and then we can charge more for meat, and then we can bring out our lab-based food because it's much cheaper version, and we know how it goes. All right, I'm going to have to pull some cards. My brain's fried. There's so much going on globally, guys. It's insane. You can't believe, and you cannot believe that people can't see it. I know we talk about it all the time, don't we, guys? How are people not seeing it? Can we lend them our crystal glasses, maybe, so they see it all? And the thing is, you can't even tell people. I know a lot of us just glaze over when people are in their 3D, seeing the world through the 3D lens. You just glaze over because you can't even explain to them, because they can't, I don't think, even get a picture in their mind of all the crap that we see, like behind the scenes of Clown Show 2.0, like behind the curtains, like the Wizard of Oz thing. We always talk about opening up the curtains, and they're just it's just this little man trying to pull all the strings like little cotton swab behind the curtain, like Wizard of Oz. Like, but how, to explain all of this, like, to someone, the Great Reset, where would you even begin? Like, where would you even begin? You'd have to just hand them the big filing cabinet of the X-Files, Mulder and Scully filing cabinet we've been putting together for the past 4 years, and just say, here, work it all out yourself. It's so complicated, isn't it? Life has got so complicated. You know, it's like the banks asking you what you're spending your money on. Like, why would they care? Like, it's so obvious to us. Oh, what? So you want to know where our money's going because we're going to be credit scored soon? Isn't that what you're really asking? That's what we feel like. So, well, that's what I think I would say if somebody asked me that. I wouldn't tell my bank what I'm spending my money on, even if they asked me. How dare they? They're losing jobs by the day too. Like, don't they even see it? The people working in banks? God, every bank's just closing down everywhere. It's completely mad. How are people? No, I don't get it. Anyway, let's read some cards, will we? So the Fairy Oracle, did I show you? Yeah, let's do this. The Secret Path. An irresistible pull down a distinct path, ley lines, mystical traditions. And if you think about that, the secret path is what we're pretty much on, because it's hidden from view. People don't see it. It's a path of awakening, and where you see the world through a different lens. That's exactly what it is. You're pulled towards it. It's automatic. You can't help it. It's a gravitational pull that pulls you in the direction of awakening. Again, you can't unsee what you've seen. And we see it. We see it in our higher mind. We see it, we sense it, we feel it, we know it. Oh, what's this one? Gossamer Princess. Gossamer Princess? Communication, relationship, work to be done. Look at all the beautiful butterflies. And she's just like sitting on her cobweb, contemplating life. Communication, relationship, work to be done. But see, it's always the work to be done on ourselves. We know that. With our aches, pains and ailments, we've had to heal ourselves. We've still got work that needs to be done. The guides keep saying we're doing our spiritual master's degree this year, which is very challenging until the day we die, as they say. So there's still a lot of work to be done. You don't just sit around and go, oh, I've awakened and wow, that's great. Now what? No, we get creative. We follow our passions. We learn about new things. We grow. We go out in nature. We discover new things. That's what it is. We have moments of contemplation, like sitting here like this, but then we get proactive, like the butterflies, and we move around. You think of a butterfly, it only lives for like a day, doesn't it? It doesn't live very long. So it's about that quality of life. We always talk about it. Make the most of while you're here. We don't want to be living in fear and tucked away and wearing masks and, being frightened. Or the gift, a present and offer, nurturance, growth, potential. Oh. And to be honest, when I see that card and think of that card and the gift, I think of we now view our abilities as gifts. I think once upon a time, we saw being compassionate, empaths, intuitives, very sensitive souls as a burden, and being tortured. And now we see it from a very different perspective, guys. It's dropping that backpack of burdens because they're not burdens. We're very fortunate that we can see things coming. We see it as an asset, and it does nurture us. It allows us to protect ourselves. It allows us to grow. Potential, a present. And we get given gifts pretty much every day by our guides, by the universe, but we see them as gifts now. The little magical moments, even a negative experience, guys, don't we? Even a negative experience we see as a gift because it's an opportunity to learn and grow. Even when like somebody who's in their anger beast mode or Karen comes into your life, you kind of look at it now with a very different perspective, don't you? And you go, oh, okay. Like you learn from it. You go, well, I'm going to avoid that situation, that's for sure. I don't like the hostile energy that person's bringing, so I'm going to just move away over here. So we learn and grow from everything we go through. I'm also going to pull us an affirmation outcome card. Tell you what, you do need a bit of guidance through this clown show, though. It's hard. Like, thank God for the guides and the cards and the... You know, we all need that guidance. Gosh, I lose my way. And the last week or so, guys, I don't know if you've been feeling it, I've been getting these little tiny mini panic attacks, like a little bit of anxiety, my chest will tighten, and I have to go and do something. I go and make the origami crane, or I've been going and watching something on Netflix, going out and potting a plant. I've been trying to really distract myself from the feeling because I don't like it. I don't like it. So I've been going through this a little bit in the last week or so. I don't know what you guys experience, and it's not really to do with anything. I actually still feel it's collective. It's about the collective fear and energy that people have, and I have moments of it where I must feel and sense it. Do you guys experience that? Let me know if you do. Start. You may not have everything right now, but you have enough to get started. And I guess that's just putting one foot in front of the other and just making a move forward, guys. And not having that fear of having a go at something, trying new things. That's something that we really have let go of, though, I believe. Just make a start. And another thing that is really important, and I know I talk about a lot, I'm drumming into you guys, decluttering. Just make a start. Do one drawer a week, one fridge shelf a week. Just do anything, because keeping that clutter out of your life helps you, well, spiritually, mentally, physically, everything. That's another big one. Declutter all areas of your life. It can be declutter friends, declutter people off Facebook. When I think of decluttering, it's something that really helps us to have a clearer path, is what I'm getting. So make a start even on something like that. Whispering Woods. Throw out old pens, they're saying. Things that have been just sitting around that aren't of any use to you anymore. It's just saying clear your path is the message I'm getting from the guides. Of course, we're getting this card. Trust. The robin trusts her wings, not the branch she sits on. So trust in yourself, not probably others around you. Trust in your own decisions. Trust where you're going, where you're heading. Trust the path that's unfolding. Trust is big. We're getting better at it, though, aren't we, guys? We are getting so much better at trusting. All right, let me see if there's anything to finish off with today, guys. I'm just getting, focus your attention on the now. Be right here. I'm getting that song by Christopher Cross. I've had it a few times. Sailing takes me away to where I'm going to. Dreams of wind to carry me. Soon I will be free. But see, freedom is about, it's an internal feeling. It's like people, remember there's people who have been in, for example, Auschwitz and really bad situations who still had freedom inside themselves. Eckhart Tolle talks about this as well. There's people in jail cells who feel free. You can create freedom wherever you are, guys. Know that. If you're living in a very busy city, if you're living in the country, it doesn't matter where you're living. and where you are. Just bring yourself back to the now moment and feel free. So I'm getting that song by Christopher Cross, Sailing. God, that is absolutely beautiful song. Go listen to that song today. Is it Christopher Cross? I think it is. Hang on. God, for some reason they're showing me the scene from the first Harry Potter. I know I've got a lot of you out there that love Harry Potter. I love it too. I absolutely love Harry Potter. My son was really obsessed with Harry Potter. He loved it. I loved it too. It was such a great escape. They're showing me that scene of Harry saying goodbye to Hagrid at the railway station. And he's getting on the train. He's saying, what's he say? He says, it's not goodbye, not really. It's not goodbye. Not really. It's like he knew he was coming back. Like, I don't know why we're getting that scene. It's a beautiful scene. Go look up that little scene where Harry says that to Hagrid. It's like he knows he's not saying goodbye to him, that he'll be back. I wonder why we're getting that. I don't know, guys. We've just got to go and watch that little scene. Maybe there's something in that for us. I love that bit. I get really emotional with that scene. Because it's like Hogwarts became his new home. See, that could be what it is. You know what it is? I've got it now. Because we've found ourselves. We've accepted who we are. See, Harry was never allowed to be his true self when he lived with was it the Dursleys or something? Whatever their name was. He was never allowed to be himself. But when he came to Hogwarts, that's his home. And that's us. We've found home. We're allowed, we don't even care if we're called tinfoil hat, flat earthers, conspiracy theorists, whatever, because we know how good that feeling is to find home. That's why we're getting that scene. Oh, God, I was wondering what that was all about. It's because even though we still have to live in the 3D world and go back and do things, and we still manage to always find our way home at Hogwarts. Because we are different, guys. We are. If you're on this channel, you're awake and you're an intuitive, a sensitive, a psychic, an empath. You're probably one of many things, such as this, where you feel things, you have a knowing. You've got very good antenna, like Dr. Spock's ears that stick up and sense things and know things. Good telepathy is certainly increasing. That's something we talk about a lot. So I am getting that scene today, which is interesting. We know where home is now, and freedom and home is within us. It's inside of us. And being your true self. That's what it's about. All right, hang on. Oh, God, they're showing me a visual. I've got the visual of the song. I just can't get to the song. Hang on. I've got to get it because it's going to annoy me. It's a song with Mariah Carey. I'm going to give it to you because I really do love this song. It's Mariah Carey and John... Who's that guy? Is it... No. Who's that guy that sings? Sorry, guys. Sometimes they just give me visuals. Mariah Carey, and is it, who's that really good singer? John Legend. Oh, I knew I had to get this song to you. With You, I'm Born Again. That's the song I'm going to leave you with today. Oh, I knew it. It was right on the tip of my tongue. Lying here with you, I'm born again. That's what we've gone through, guys. I'm going to leave you with that song. Oh, my God, thank God. John Legend and Mariah Carey, I'm Born Again. That is an absolutely magical song. I love it. I absolutely love that song. Lying here within your arms, I'm born again. And it's like, I suppose, when they say Christians and that I'm born again, you know, I'm a born again Christian, or it's just an example. We're not born again Christians. We're born again. It's the caterpillar who was born once, and then he sort of doesn't really die. He just transforms and emerges into the butterfly. So it's like being born again. That's the song I'm going to leave you with today. I absolutely love that song. Go listen to it, Mariah Carey and John Legend. Absolutely beautiful. And that's us. We've been born again. Oh, I'm much preferring this feeling after being born again. It does feel more relaxed, more free. I'm sure you guys would agree with me there. Shedding all that baggage and all the crap that we've picked up along the way, it definitely feels like a much lighter and more enlightening sort of way to live our lives, isn't it? And just drifting around, going with the flow and letting life take us where we need to be. All right, I'm going to leave you with that today. Have a wonderful Sunday. Everybody, it's Sunday here. Have a great weekend. Enjoy. Like buttons. Please comment down below and I'll talk to you very soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.